You're listening to the Para House Entertainment Network. Come join us as we take you deep into the fire to the paranormal realms of hauntings, UFOs, ETs, alien abductions, strange creatures, and the vastness of universal consciousness as we continue to seek what is not supposed to exist as we search for the truth that only comes from going into the fire. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Into the Fire. Brand new night for us. We're going from the Tuesday to Sunday night. And look who's with us.
He's back.
Right. That's right. The wonderful little Nomi is here now. So we are set to go.
Been MIA for the last 2 months.
Yeah. But we got a whip. So with this Sunday night show, we'll be seeing a lot more of Tonya and Billy. By the way, guys, how you doing? It was a late night last night, and we didn't get much sleep last night, did we? But
no.
Good times. Hello, is everybody still there? Can you hear me?
Yep.
We're
reading comments. Sorry.
Can't comment. It was that kind of night last night, wasn't it? Yeah, great time. It was a great weekend. We got to see a lot of good friends and everything else over the weekend up at the hall. And tonight we've got one of our special friends up there, great guy, Brandon Ellis, and he is the man with Proof After, and we're going to have him on in just a second here. We're excited to have him coming to us. We're going to talk about Proof After's team, what they've been up to, what they're going to be going, and we've got a super event that I know that Brandon is super pleased and happy to be putting on, and so are all the folks up at Octagon Hall on August 27th, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, get you pumped up for that too, because that's going to be an awesome time. And if you haven't had the opportunity to meet the people from Proof After, you're in for a real treat also. So, and maybe you might see me and Tonya and Billy there too. You never know. But everybody, we're going to give the floor open to our good friend here, Brandon Ellis, and we're going to bring him in right now. Hey, Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How's everyone?
It's going good, man. Hey, I know you're over on the far east part of Tennessee, and you're helping out with the flooding and everything else. Why don't you give everybody an update on that before we get you going on Proof After and everything else? Because I'd love to hear about it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I want to apologize for the curtains. Hotels usually don't pick nice ones, so.
Hey, man, it looks better than what you're looking at behind me.
We're at Hazard, Kentucky. Work sent us over here to help get their stuff back in order and taken care of and stuff. We'll be headed home tomorrow, though. They got hit pretty hard. It's pretty bad over this way, but a lot of people have dropped what they were doing and come out here to help and get these people back.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You love it when communities come together and people come out there and they start helping other people out. And,
oh yeah,
and it's really well needed. Flooding out there, crazy stuff when that stuff comes off those mountains and down that way.
Yeah.
You just have to understand it. And some of our good friends up in West Virginia are also dealing with the same stuff. And our hearts go out to them all. And a big special thank you for you and all the other volunteers that are out there working hard to get these people's lives back in order, because it's so important. So
it's going to be a slow process, but it'll get there.
It'll get there. All right, now, man. I'm always the kind of guy who I hate to do bios and everything. I've done a few of them, but I'm going to let you do your own bio. I want you to tell us about proof after, all that good stuff. And then we'll go on from there of what's going on with you and everything else. So take it away, sir.
All right. Well, me and best friend Jimmy Young started 12 years ago. This year it'd be 12 years. And we started just a little bit of what we saw on TV. And it didn't take us long to forget about what we saw on TV and teach ourselves, the right way to do it. It didn't take us long, but we've been going at it ever since. There's a little time period where we stopped for a little while because, life gets in the way, but
sometimes
past few years, we've been back at it pretty hard. Been a few places this year. Of course, Octagon Hall, probably my favorite place, that I've been to so far.
Well, we appreciate that, and it's dear and near to many people's hearts. When you get out there and you get a chance to investigate it, the ones who investigate it like it should be normally aren't disappointed very much. You just walk out of there.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
And I think I did it last night.
It draws you back. I mean, even if you're not into paranormal, it's just a place that the history in itself is just amazing. Just being there, learning everything, and I don't know, for some reason you just want to go back, even if it's just to walk around and look. It's
it does call you back, man. And it's funny. I hear it from so many people that come up there, and the hall kind of takes to you. If
it does.
If you come there with a great respect and you come there, want to know about the history, want to know about the things that went on out there, and you just look at the place and it's like you've been there, you experienced it, and it doesn't let you go.
No, it doesn't, for sure.
You walk out of there, and I mean, we appreciate you because, you guys come up there and you get to hunt just like every other paranormal team. And you guys are so respectful and so great. And then, you also help us out. You let us use a four-wheeler for a little bit and everything else. And it comes in so handy. And it's so much when we appreciate when people do that and take a thing in it, because Octagon Hall doesn't get any money from any place. It's 501c state, the government's. I don't think they like us very much, but we don't get any money or any support from them. So it all comes from the people that are coming for the history and also for the paranormal activities. And we always jump through hoops. There are several teams that come up there and they just lay it on the line for us. They come out and say, hey, whatever I can do, whatever we can do. And the hall appreciates it, and we appreciate it. You're one of those great teams that does that. Before we get into the event and everything that's going to be coming up there, I want to know where else you've been, because you guys get some pretty good stuff, and I was impressed the first time I've seen you, and the second time, and it's a pleasure to have you up there, and it's a pleasure to watch you guys work for a little bit. So, tell us what's been going on with you.
Well, this year we ain't really got to do a whole lot. I guess within the past, I don't know, since December, I guess, up here where I live in Madisonville, just south of us, got hit by that tornado. And, we went over there and helped.
Right.
Did a lot over there. And then some other towns, little small towns that people tend to forget about, because they're not big on the map, but, we helped everybody we could. And it's still a slow process on that being straightened out, cleaned up. There's still people living in, FEMA houses. And so we really ain't done a whole lot, I guess, since December. But
hey, man, you know what? The paranormal is not all of it. It's about what you do. It's about your team. It's about how that family comes together and helps others, man. And that is 100% more than anything else. Man, when you take the time to give back to the people who watch you, see your videos, do everything else, man, that's an honor. And I take my hat off to you, brother, because that's really super, man. It really is.
A lot of it, you know.
You're dang right on that. Dang right on that. Well, let's go into what's going to be coming up, and we just keep on adding stuff to it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you are the man that is doing the whole 9 yards. We are just we're going to be here to support you and do the stuff that you are, and we can't wait. August 27th, it's a Saturday, and I'll let you hit it off. It's a meet and greet, and you get to meet Proof After Paranormal. You might be able to see me if I'm inside the house somewhere.
We better see you.
Yeah. So, but it is going to be a super event, and go ahead and just run it play by play, and then you can tell them the ones who are don't know yet on the extra part that who's going to be showing up there and doing a little entertaining for us. I'll let you hit that. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. I have plans on adding to it all the way up to the day of. You know, I want it to be something. I want it to be an annual event. You know, I want to be able to do it every year.
Yeah, we'd love you to do that there. You know, and
it's going to be a good turnout. You know, we're going to have Orphan Brigade. They'll be there.
Yep.
And you know, everybody knows they wrote some of their music there about the hall, in the hall. So
yep,
it's going to be pretty neat to have them around. And
yeah, they're a super band. They are tied to the hall. They did an excellent documentary. They got all kinds of raves and so forth. Just a great bunch of guys. They did come up and on certain nights go in and sit at the hall, and then they brought people up from Nashville. They did some great recording in there. That's when we first found out that the hall has perfect pitch, which was really a mind blower. You know, the hall has some amazing things, even you know, when you just think about it, the way it's laid out, the things that he did with the house, and then you hear, what do you mean it's got perfect pitch? So it's a surprise all the time. But their documentaries did really well overseas. Their album did great overseas. And I don't think a lot of people have had the opportunity to see the documentary. I'll try to post it on Octagon Hall again before the event so people can get an opportunity to see it. If you haven't, it's a super thing to see. The album is excellent. And I'll let you all in a secret. They have been, I hope guys, I'm not going to blow anything, but you know, I've seen them at the hall once or twice during the last few months, and I don't know, maybe they're writing some more stuff, and who knows, maybe we might even hear a new piece.
Oh, that'd be great.
Look for another good thing coming out of the Orphan Brigade, you know, and they're just, like I said, super people. But you know, the cool thing about it is that a nice day at the hall on a Saturday. We're charging a $10 admission. You're putting out food. You're putting out everything else. You can tour the hall. We'll still ask for a $5 donation to tour the hall and everything else. And you're going to help out us be able to put some of the things that we'd like to be able to see. You know, hopefully we can raise some money to be able to help put up the new slave shack and loom room and new buildings and get some things done, because we've been doing a lot out there. We're going to put new gravel out there. We're going to do a lot of different things, and it's all coming. And, you know, keeping that hall nice and perfect for people to come out and see and enjoy, that's a pleasure. It's a labor of love. And, you know, if you haven't been out to Octagon Hall, man, come on out and spend a little time to take a look at it and listen to some great music, eat some food, and meet Proof After Paranormal. They are awesome, and they're really cool. And you may see that other couple sitting here next to me also. And if you haven't had the opportunity to pet a gnome on its head, that's a great day to do it on August 27th. So
it should be a fun-filled day. It's open to the public, family friendly. We're gonna have bouncy houses, all kinds of yard activities, keep the kids occupied, so the parents can kind of walk around, and we'll have plenty of people there to help. And, it should be a pretty fun day, full of surprises.
That's the best thing. And when we do that kind of stuff and you do an event like that at Octagon Hall, it's always cool because of the fact that, look, things were bad at certain times, but they were good too. And, they love fun events. They love it. They get involved in it. You may look outside and see guys that aren't even there that are sitting there with you, because that's the kind of stuff that they did. I remember back a year ago, a little more than a year ago, when those two guys, Tonya and Billy, got married at the hall. And I mean to tell you, that was a happy occasion. And man, they love that kind of stuff. They were out in groves. They were out in the yard. Tonya had kids following her around upstairs, people asking questions, everything else. So
They were very involved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very involved. And they'll be involved in this event
wonderful.
too. And they're going to get involved in this event. So it's one of those opportunities where you can go back to, even though it is 2022, but just let your mind go back and listen to the tunes and everything else, and just think about the 1850s, 1860s, that Civil War period, what it was like to be there, good times, bad times, and all that, and enjoy being out in the country, Octagon Hall, and just kicking back and having a great end of the summer, kind of like, because we're getting close. That's a close period towards that. We're going into the Halloween stuff, everything else. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome time. So tell me, we always love to hear experiences. So I'd love to hear what do you think your best experience is at the hall?
Oh, so many to choose from.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, that's fine. I guess our best experience, or I would say our best evidence, would be at a little old house. It was out in the middle of nowhere. We didn't even have a clue that it had any activity in it. It was right after we first started, and we wound up capturing some pretty cool stuff. Class A EVP. It was awesome. And the guy, he said his own name in the EVP, and after we did some research, come to find out, in the 60s, there was a guy that lived in that house at that address by that name that winded up, committing suicide and stuff. So it put all that together. It winded up being pretty cool. But I will tell you, Barry, you remember that box you gave me last time I visited? It was a silver box.
Yeah, I do. I do remember that.
Okay, there's something weird about that box.
Probably why I gave it to you.
He said he didn't know where it came from. It just appeared. We took it home. I didn't think nothing else about it. I put it up. But that box, you can set it in a room with nothing, and it causes a REM pod to go off. It causes K2s to go off. It's weird. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's pretty cool at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it's those kind of things that you find at the hall that you just say, wow, where'd that come from? It's just like dropped off here, or it just appears. And then you go, don't let that into the house. We need to find a home for that. And then it was so cool. You were up there and he goes, oh, what a cool box. And I goes, you want it?
I'll take it.
And you took it, and that's awesome. That's awesome. And it's good that
I can't turn nothing down from the hall,
Yeah, well, it's got a good home, and that it's got some activity to it. And when you start putting this stuff into it, try putting in pennies and see if it gives you back gold dollars, and that may be interesting. We might ask for it back.
I lost it. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Last night, we're always amazed at stuff that happens at the hall, and we have Thursday morning. I go to the hall, and I'm opening the gate, and here I am out there, and I turn around to walk back to the truck after the gate's open, and there's a white German Shepherd with a mix, kind of like staring at me in the face. Taller German Shepherd than normal, and he's real happy and bouncing around. It's raining, and I'm like, what are you doing out here? Oh, no, somebody dropped you off, and he walks right back to the end of my truck and kind of glances over his shoulder, and he just goes poof and disappears. So last night, here we are hunting, and I'm going to let Tonya tell you the story. Really. So go away. Take it away.
We were all heading towards the barn, and we stopped. We're looking at stuff in the sky. We're all talking. And then we're like, okay, we're going to head out to the barn. So once we started going towards the barn, I saw this dog running around in front of us. And I'm like, where did he come from? And about the time I thought that, he turned around, he looked at me, and he just disappeared. And I said, Bear, where'd the German Shepherd come from? There was a German Shepherd just running around in front of us. And he just looked at me dumbfounded. I said, okay, what has to do with that German Shepherd?
Yep.
So then he told me his story. And then we're like, holy crap. Because I'd never seen the German Shepherd there before.
Yeah, it hasn't been there before, but it's like, I don't know what it is, but that's Octagon Hall. We see weird creatures, we see dogs, we see cats, we see all kinds of stuff popping in and out of there. But currently, right now, this week, the amazing German Shepherd, disappearing German Shepherd is the one that's
appearances all week long.
Yeah, but he was friendly. Yeah. He was excited. He was like leading the way and circling, kind of playful. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, until we got into the barn. Yeah, he didn't go in the barn with us,
no.
But he disappeared before that, and then we go into the barn, and it was like, uh-oh, that was a trap.
Whatever was in that barn ran him off.
Yeah, well, it was. I mean, it's really funny, and the way that she described it to me when she said the last thing that I saw of him was his head. And that was the last thing that I saw of the dog, because I thought, wow, that's a big, tall German Shepherd.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
He turned around, and all I could see is his head.
Yeah.
And then it just went, and I was like.
Yeah, because I put my hands out because I was waiting for him to jump into my hands, and like his face, because that's usually what they do. They just plow you. And he just disappeared.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So. Maybe he'll be out playing around with everybody on the 27th.
I hope so.
And everybody's asking, what time does it start?
9 a.m.
So
and how late is it going to go to?
There's no set in time. I guess we'll just go until me and Isaac talked about a few paranormal groups were still there around dark and wanted to take some people in for 30-minute sessions or something, and show them a little bit, stuff like that. We might do that.
We have the house for that. We open it up at 9:00 every Saturday, and it's just going to be a fun time. And as everybody goes and keeps going and does it, I'm not going to say it's going to be a super late night, but you never know what's going to happen. But I guarantee you, if you get the opportunity and Brandon wants to do it, or if Tonya and Billy are here and we'll help out, we'll take a group in for 20 minutes or something like that and do a quick session and bring them back out. The hall is, this is all about this event. It's Proof After's event. And, we trust these guys right here. And we're looking.
And how much is admission, so everybody knows?
It's $10. $10 at the gate. No outside coolers. We'll have plenty of drinks and food vendors there. So
no alcohol.
Barry, you are not allowed to get in the bouncy ball tent.
Well, I don't know. I'll try to sneak in, but I mean, Melvin's the one that likes the bouncy ball tents. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If Melvin's brave enough to jump in that thing, I'm all game for it.
I guarantee he's brave enough to. But the bad part about it is that
he's earned it.
Many ideas, but we'd like to have your clothes on, Melvin, when you jump in.
Definitely, yeah. I forgot to mention there will be door prizes too. Some of those door prizes will be, a shirt from the hall. I think the grand door prize will be a free Novus hunt in October for 2. So that should be pretty cool.
We will gladly offer that up, and you get to pick the nights that you want to go. When we've got extra teams helping, we got teams helping out with that this year, and so we'll be doing it. Next year, I'm gonna have to set you guys up to be able to come up and do that, because we
can't wait
to do that. And but you're gonna get an awful good time on August 27th, just being out there. Hopefully, the weather will be fine, and this is going to be a rain or shine event. So we'll look at it, how the weather is, it gets a little bit closer to us, but and hopefully it's a little bit cooler. But come on out and enjoy it. Meet the people. We'll have some swag out there and for you, and just have a good time. And again, I want to thank you for coming up with this great idea to have this meet and greet out there. Gives a great opportunity for the paranormal investigators that have never been to the hall to look at it, check it out, talk to the teams that have been out there, and you may find some real interesting people that have been up at the hall, and all kinds of different kinds of surprises and people that may be popping in and out of there, and you get to talk to and see. But it's all about having a good time. It's all about bringing together people, closing out the year, and just having fun together and enjoying it, just like we all should, and having a super time. Any questions out in the chat room for our good buddy over here, Brandon? Have you been watching the chat room? Hey, and by the way, chat room, I'm not
asking your questions.
I want to thank you so much for all tuning back in. We didn't get much stuff going on. We've got a lot of things going on that I've had to take care of, and I apologize for that. I've set up the novice hunts, getting the things changed over, everything else, but we sure appreciate you being patient with us, and we appreciate you so much coming out to the new Sunday night show, so that we can get Tonya, Billy, Brandon, and all of us.
No, I think this guy was a little bit more popular.
Yeah. Dang, the know me, man. And
Pam Stalling says, isn't there something with Cirrus, the dog star, going on now?
that's interesting. There is something going on with Sirius, and that comes into um, August 8th. It's called the Lion's Gate, and it's a alignment up with Sirius, and it's supposed to be about. It's a powerful switch and change. It's about UFOs, aliens, also enlightenment, remembrance of past lives, so forth like that. So yeah, it's a very key point. And the peak is normally in the middle of, I mean, the period goes from July into August, so like August 12th. And the big part is supposed to be tomorrow, August 8th. So look for a lot of things to be releasing, a lot of things coming out to you. You'll probably feel some pretty good vibes. And I know that Billy and Tonya and I were talking about it, and we're excited about it. And we get Brandon to come back from the east side of Tennessee, and he'll be home, and I'm sure it'll be a good time for him out there too. So thank you for that question. That's an excellent question, a great thing. And I love it when people are looking at all that good stuff. It's a very spiritual time.
I want to add one thing too. I know this is basically going to be an outdoor thing, but for those of you that are wondering, is there a paranormal investigation or yada 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 afterwards? You know, outside is a very interesting area of the hall, and a lot of people fail to understand that they can have just as much outside as inside. In fact, I think the last 3 or 4 times we've been there, we've spent a lot of time outside, have we not, Bear?
We have spent an awful lot of time out there.
A lot of time outside.
Yeah. One of the things that we will tell you, if you don't mind, is to since you are going to be outside, bring a can of bug spray with you.
Yes.
Especially when it gets a little bit darker. You don't want to be sitting out there fighting the 20-pound mosquitoes and stuff that are flying around Octagon Hall this time of year.
I thought they were turkeys.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bear calls them pterodactyls.
Yeah. Yeah, there goes the pterodactyl.
It'll take 2 of them to carry you off.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's awesome times. But yeah, you know, inside the hall, outside the hall. And as we approach closer towards the other type of the things that are going on and so forth that are coming in Octagon Hall, and you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff coming at the end of this year. Kind of like I'm going to promote another event real quick. August 20th, we're going to be out there also, and we're doing Kicks for Kids. And let me bring that up just for a second, guys, so you all can bear with me.
Paranormal Kicks Cancer.
Yep. Great event. And that's going to be at the hall on August 20th, 7 p.m. You can get your tickets up there. You can see the Southern Ghost Girls, great team, JB Coates, Night Stalkers Paranormal, and the Boo Crew. So we'll all be up there dealing with that. JT will also, he'll be up there with everybody else with the Paranormal Adventures Events team. So it's going to be a super event. And this is an event that goes, again, giving of your heart to children and kids who have a problem, cancer, all this other stuff, and it helps the families and everything else, and it'll be a great time. And Billy, I'll let you explain the event a little bit, okay?
Yeah, it's like I said, it doesn't just help the children. I mean, it grants wishes for these children. It also helps out the family. It's an emotional ride. It really is. We've done it the last 4 years. Last year, they didn't actually have one. It's a tearjerker,
Yeah.
but it's also something that just warms your heart so much to see these kids so happy and letting them investigate and have wishes granted to them. And it everybody just comes together for this, and we're happy to help with it. Like I said, we've been honored enough to be part of it the last 3 or 4 years, and this year it's coming to Octagon Hall thanks to Greg TJ Justice stepping up and getting it put together for Chris and Alex, and it's going to be a great time. It really is. There's going to be there'll be prizes there. I believe there's going to be a silent auction. And as you can see, a lot of great investigators are going to be here, and I'm looking forward to it.
We all are, and that's one of the cool things that happens. This is a great time of the year because we're going to be doing this event the week beforehand. Then we come out with the meet and greet, and you get to unwind and sit out at the hall and enjoy that. And then, then we get into the October things. There's a new event that's coming in the end of September, September 30th and October 1st. Look for that. Bear's been a little laxed on that one, and I'm getting pressure from our wonderful friends on it. But you should see that tomorrow, sometime in the evening. And that's going to be a 2-night event, Friday, September 30th and October 1st, which is going to kick off our wonderful October, our major fundraiser for the hall and that. And it's going to be kicked off by Friday night. We're going to have a VIP night. Look for the details. It's going to be with Dave Spinks and Serenity Jenny. There will only be 10 tickets sold, so you will be in the house with Dave Spinks and Serenity Jenny, backed up with, you might see a few of us roaming around there also to help things out. But there will only be 10 people, and you're going to get a chance to be there when Jenny does a walkthrough of the house. Jenny is also going to give readings. Her readings will be at an additional charge, but and it will only be for the ticket holders of the event. And we'll have swag also there. You'll get to talk with Dave and Jenny, myself, all the Into the Fire crew. You'll also be able to get some food, dinner with us, and the whole 9 yards. So it's going to be a special VIP night at the hall for 10 people. And then we're going to come out Saturday night, and we're going to do another ghost hunt on Saturday night for $65 for each individual that comes out to it. Jenny will be there all day reading if she will do it, and it's going to be a fun night of investigations and all that stuff. So
keep your eyes out for that link, because once it goes up, those tickets will go fast.
Right, we're gonna
have 3 really good events back to back.
Yeah, and then we go right into the other thing. I mean, October, where we're having our novice hunts, and at that time we bring you Elite Vixens is going to be there October 7th, and they're going to hunt the hall, and they're going to lead 12 people on a ghost hunt through Octagon Hall for a mere $50 for that night. And then we're going to, and remember, as Brandon said, we're also going to be giving away tickets for 2 at the event on August 27th for a novice hunt. So the novice hunt dates you're going to hear right now: October 7th, October 8th, the Saturday night, is going to be hosted by our good friends, Night Stalkers Paranormal. And then on next Saturday, the 14th and the 15th, you'll see Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. They're going to be doing the weekend on Friday and Saturday night live there at Octagon Hall, so you can pick them out. And then they're going to, then the week after, the only night we're going to do it is on Saturday, the 22nd, and that will be at Night Stalkers. We'll be hosting that one. And then we go back to the 28th and 29th, and you'll be able to, again, enjoy Billy Wilkerson, the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Paranormal Group, and have a weekend with them. So should be an awesome time. Look for those events. They are up on the Octagon Hall Museum.com page, where you can go and get your tickets there. It's going to be a great month from October and through September and October. So really look forward to seeing you all out there. Thanking you for your support, enjoying the hall, enjoying the things that, and meeting some of the people that we just think are super individuals, you know. And,
yeah, there's a lot of really good paranormal groups.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. And so that's going to be when you go to the Octagon Hall Museum.com page, you'll see that event there. Just go to underneath, they'll say ghost hunts or novice hunts or events or special events, and you will see it in that area there. When you come on the 27th, there will be someone collecting the $10 there at the door. No tickets, no advance sales. It's open, you know, and we're just going to try to have the best time that we can have out there. And Brandon is doing all that, and we are just tickled to death to open the hall up for people that have not had an opportunity to be there and other people that have seen it. And Brandon, I got to tell you something, man. We have had a lot of people talking about showing up and coming up to see on that event. They're really excited about it.
That's good.
And that was before they even knew about
The Orphan Brigade. I mean,
Yeah.
there you go.
yeah, to play a little bit. So, and maybe we'll get Tonya and Billy to get up and do a sing and dance routine. You know,
Yeah.
We might scare everybody away.
but yeah, we're really looking forward to it. So we have that then, and this is the event here again on the meet and greet at the hall. Let me bring that back up again. The History Meets the Paranormal, and August 27th, Proof After, and you come and see Octagon Hall, meet the Proof After team. Other paranormal teams are more than welcome. It's a meet and greet. Get out there and come up and say hi to everybody else. You know, the paranormal needs to be a family. You know, we see so much of the gutter beaten and browbeaten and all that stuff. And let's step above that, folks. You know, we are all out here to do the best we can for paranormals. It's all about the historical places that we go to and see and get to visit. And so take care of them and take care of the other paranormal investigators that are doing their craft. Maybe they do something different than you do, but it doesn't make them wrong. Unless they're the people out there that are doing the terrible things that charge people to do everything else that I will always be yelling and screaming at. So, but you're going to have a great time here at the hall.
Okay, I got a question.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, I know he said food trucks. What
Mhm.
kind of food trucks?
What kind?
Yeah.
One of them is called IDK. They named it I don't know. You know, every time where you want to eat, I don't know. So that's what they named it.
I love it.
They have gourmet hot dogs, burgers, bratwurst, stuff like that. And then I have a gentleman coming from here where I live, from Madisonville. It's called Straight Smoked. He smokes all of his food. He's got barbecue, brisket. He's got
Oh Lord.
fries, covered with everything you want. It's pretty good stuff.
Does he do pulled pork nachos?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, golly.
So
Yeah.
basically, everybody's going to come out and they're going to see all of us there with our bellies full and probably hanging out our skirts
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
rubbing our booty.
Yeah.
And no
There's
pork
gonna be a
left,
nap
'cause we're
time
gonna eat it
between
all.
12 and 1.
Yeah, nap time. We're definitely going to have a nap time. That's when I get to go nap in the little ball thing. Easy on the beans. We won't tell Melvin there's beans.
Especially on the bounty house.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's going to be awesome stuff. And we're really happy about it.
We're excited.
Everybody's
Let me
excited
ask you
about
this:
it.
what is the few times how many times have you been to the hall?
Investigated twice, but I've been there just walking around talking to Baird countless times. I don't know, I'd say a dozen altogether.
Yeah.
And do you feel like the hall calls you back?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
It's just one of those places. I mean, you just fall in love with it. I mean,
Yeah, when I'm not at the hall, just out of the blue, I'll start thinking about it. I always want to go back. I told him one time, I think Bear made the comment, well, if you love it, just move in. And I said, don't play with me because I'll do it.
you might last 2 weeks from what I hear.
That's one of the, the hall is, we all have our love for it and everything else. And, back when it was rental property, there was people there that lived there when they first started renting it. They lived there for 4 years. And those people said that it wasn't haunted. And they'd be the first ones to jump on it and on the bandwagon and say, that's all crap. But the other ones after that date that lived there beyond that time seemed to had quite a little bit of a problem with staying at the Octagon Hall, and they didn't like it. But believe me, the hall is a friendly place to the people that show it the respect and show the spirits the respect. Remember, folks, whenever we go into any place, it's as a historical place, and it's a pay hunt where you're going to a pay location. That is their home, and be respectful when you go in there, and treat it with the greatest and utmost respect. When you do that, they just like you.
I've never felt any kind of negative energy there at all.
I love to hear that. We work at keeping it positive and everything else. There is, and I'm not going to lie to you, there are some people that come there and they have had some experiences, and we talk about them all the time too, because
we've had some.
Yeah,
we've
and
had somewhere we've gone, nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Yeah. But that's paranormal. They're not all Casper folks,
Right.
And also, you got to remember that there are days that these individuals are they're human. They were human at one point. And there's days that Bear wakes up and I'm like, I'm a bear, and I might say, bleh. And the next day you'll see me and I'll be happy-go-lucky and really great, and I want to grab my Nomi and hug him all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of like the spirits there have their good days, bad days,
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are days I will walk in and I'll go, and it's funny when you're walking downstairs and you hear a disembodied voice go, hi Bear, and then the other time you walk down there and they go, get out, or
Make no mistake about it. You can have a Scooby-Doo moment at the hall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had one last night.
Yeah, Frankie Lynn was talking about her ghost thief that took her cigarettes.
Yes. And we had one last night that just wanted to. We were talking, and the first thing that they wanted to do, they were like going, tobacco.
Yep.
Take a break. I'm going on the back porch to smoke with you. You know.
And-
Another interesting thing that happened last night, and I can't say that it's paranormal, but I know the hall, so we were having an issue with the motion lights downstairs.
Yeah.
And we were all upstairs in the dining room, and we just kept watching. You know, the motion lights weren't acting the way that they should have. So we kept talking about it, and finally we're like, well, let's just go downstairs and, you know, undo them. And Bear, what did we find in the tack room?
We never unscrew the bulbs out of the
not completely out, just
Just
enough to where
loosen
they
them up
don't come
so you
on.
can see it. There wasn't a team last night. I was the last one to leave the hall on that night, and so here we go, and I walk down there, and sitting in the tack room on the shoe stand where they used to make the leather shoes, there are two light fixtures sitting there side by side, lined up, going down that thing.
Really?
And I went, yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. It's like going weird.
That was
Right.
like, hold my beer, I got this.
Yep. Yeah, you know, so you look at it and you go, well, that's odd.
Yeah, because all the
Definitely
others were
odd, yeah.
screwed in and working, but those two were just sitting down on the wood where we never take them out.
Yeah,
It's odd.
very, very odd. Also, it was very strange when we actually left the full string light in the closet on for a little bit, and we went upstairs and we walked back by the door and everything else, and many people were seeing shadow figures come up out of the basement, you know, as we were sitting on the back porch. And but the bizarre thing, and I don't know, but you know, you walk into the hall and you look down there and you know there's a light on there and you know what it looks like. And then you look down there and it is pitch black. You can't see nothing down there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see this thing go whoop, and the light opens up in one section and it goes whoop, goes back the other side, and there's a little bit more light, and all of a sudden, wow, there's a whole mess of light down there now. You know? And that's when you go, that's one of those interesting things that only Octagon Hall can bring you.
Like I said, the motion lights downstairs were acting funky last night.
Yeah, really odd. Really odd. But yeah, there's a lot of different stuff that was happening last night, and it's always fun. And
What's one of the best experiences that you've had there, Brandon?
Best experience. We actually have a picture hanging upstairs of Elizabeth herself looking through the window at us outside. It was broad daylight, and that's pretty
Pretty
amazing because you can take that picture and you can see her clear as looking at y'all right now. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know,
because they do that. I mean, some people think that they're only see-through, but they're not.
Oh no, you can make out her cheekbones. I mean, the picture over on the wall above her bed, you can put them side by side, and I mean, you can see it. It's clear as day.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know, and it is funny, and you know the things that have been coming out of the hall lately. I wish I had put that picture up on it today. I'm just now thinking of it, and I apologize, you guys.
Oh, it's okay.
Maybe it'll be back on maybe I'll put it up on the hall page. We had a guest in there the other day, Thursday or Friday, and they're touring, and you know, people, we always tell them to take a lot of pictures. Well, and this lady's taking pictures of the hall and the windows because things like to look outside the windows. And what do we see? But 8 tiny reindeer up on the anyway. Well, we up in the cupola, she takes a picture of one of the windows up there, and in the top right-hand pane, you can see a face of an individual that is plain as day looking down through the top of that cupola. And nobody goes up in the cupola in the summertime when it's 115 degrees.
Oh yeah.
In Octagon Hall. So no, there wasn't a guest or anybody else up there playing around and looking out the window so we can 86 that. And you have to move a ladder and open it up to be able to get there in the first place too. So, but it's an awesome picture. And folks, if you come out to the event and you catch stuff like that and everything else, show it to the investigators that are there. We love to see it. We love to have it there at the hall. Vicki Norris, awesome picture that we show everyone since that they come in the house. They love it because we can actually identify something in that picture that lets me know, and I think others would see it, that we can actually identify who that person is. You know,
Right.
Now, a lot of times, paranormal investigators all know that spirits do not wear name tags, but we can name this one with pretty sure that this one lady was out there a few weeks ago letting someone have a gift, and that we do call that a very special gift that she wanted Vicki Norris to have and share with Octagon Hall. We appreciate her doing that. And, you know, Brandon did the same thing. He has an awesome picture. And it's always a great thing when we get to have a team come back, give us a picture, got a frame, and they want to hang it on the wall. And we are pleased to do that because there has been some super stuff happening. We'd love to share it. Thank you, Brandon and Proof After, for doing that.
Thank you for letting us.
Oh, like I said, man, it's our pleasure because what it does is it verifies paranormal activity there. It also verifies the skills of the paranormal investigators, and it also helps others understand and get to the idea that this actually happens. You know, this is a real time.
It gives the person that spark.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good point.
Absolutely does.
You know, and a lot of, you know, it's funny. A lot of investigators don't like to share, and it's mine, or whatever. But you know, it's wonderful to be able to share experiences, share things like that, and that's what's coming on August 27th. If you want to hear some great stories and team stories and funny stories and everything else, come out and hang out with all of us and the people who know Proof After, know other people are going to be there. Myself, Night Stalkers, Tonya, Billy. We love to talk about the paranormal, and we love to talk about weird, crazy things that we have all done.
Yep. And we all do things differently, and it's nice talking to different people and just the different things that everybody does and how they do things. It's nice just to hang out and have that moment to do that.
Yeah.
Yep. It is. It's a super time. It's a super time. Hey, Brandon, I want to thank you so much for showing up. You know, the time goes by pretty quick when it's out this way. And I want to
thank y'all for having me.
Hey, man, anytime. We hope to have you back soon. And maybe we can have you back and talk about the event later. I'm going to just go over some other quick points. Remember, Into the Far is on Sunday night now. Next week, we have Bridgette Faye is going to be our guest. She's going to do some readings and everything else. If you don't know Bridgette, you're going to enjoy the heck out of this lady when she comes on. One of my favorite people in the world. Met her about 4 years ago at Octagon Hall, and just a super person. Can't wait to bring her to you guys and have her on the show. Tonya and Billy know who she is also, and we're really looking forward to having her. And I've got a special guest I'm hoping that I can have on here shortly. They haven't given me their okay yet, but that was planned for the week after. So keep an eye out on some cool stuff coming forward and into the FAR. Brandon, again, thank you. Thank you for the Proof After team. Hit the drum roll one more time and say August 27th and tell us a little bit about it before we beat the
August 27th. Meet and greet. Come out, meet some really cool people. Come out, meet Bear and the Hall family. It should be a pretty good turnout. You know, it's gonna be a little bit of everything to do. Couple more surprises, you know, in my pocket. I'm gonna save, you know, but it should be a pretty good day.
Fantastic.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
We are.
Sounds great.
So remember, if you want to go deep into the FAR on August 27th at Octagon Hall with Proof After and Brandon Ellis and his bag of tricks that he may be pulling out of his pocket. That you don't know what's going to happen. So show up that day. Enjoy yourself. We'll be looking forward to you. It's going to be a super event. Brandon, thank you. Thank you, Proof After. Jimmy, if you're out there, I wish you could have been on with us tonight. But these guys are great people and super times, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the 27th, my friend.
Thank y'all so much.
You have a good one.
Y'all have a good night.
Safe travels home.
Yep.
All
Good
right.
night.
Bye. Everybody, it was a pleasure having you here. Chat room. I didn't get a chance to say anything to anybody. Who we have in the chat room that we can just yell out? And
Eileen Jones, Beth Allen, Jason Hale, Mama Bear,
fantastic.
Frankie
Frankie
Lynn,
Lynn,
Chrissy Moore Hughes.
David Trusty,
Everybody, it's wonderful to have you.
Todd
And,
and Leanne Eskew.
fantastic. Great to see you, Todd and Leanne. Great to see
Jenny
Jason. We
Mandrell in
thank
there
you.
too. Ada.
Next.
Melinda
Frankie.
Williams.
Ada, thank you. And Frankie Lynn, how you doing? Bridgette Faye.
Melvin.
We're looking forward to you. Who?
Yeah, he was looking for a Mexican food truck.
Oh, there he is. No.
Oh, why not?
But
I'm
thank
with
you
Melvin
all.
on that one.
Thank you all. And it's just a great thing to be able to have Proof After and Brandon Ellis. He's a super individual. And come out and see us all. We're looking forward to it. Thank you for your support. God bless you all. And I hope you have a fantastic week coming up. Don't forget, next week, Bridgette Faye, Sunday night on Into the FAR.
Good night, everyone.